Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Konaji here. Welcome back to Formula One 2018. Please wait as we get ready to begin the Japanese Grand Prix. I timed that wrong. There we go.
And a very warm welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix, an event that has decided a Drivers' Championship 11 times over the years and has hosted some very memorable races as well. Who can forget Kimi Raikkonen's win from 17th on the grid in 2005, or Kamui Kobayashi's incredible drive to a podium in 2012. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles, and it's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 racetrack. The drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. And keep an eye out for overtakes going into the final chicane. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside.
Yeah. Wait, are we missing somebody? Yeah, we are.
Bottas, Kimi Raikkonen, and Perez, Alonso, Sainz, Hülkenberg, and Sebastian Vettel. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty.
They will be.
Magnussen, Charles Leclerc, and Van Dorn, Ricciardo, Ericsson, Lance Stroll, and Sergei Sorokin. Hartley.
So, two big penalties there. Vettel and
5 races
Ricciardo.
remaining, and you've still got a chance of winning the World Drivers' title. Let's grab a solid points finish.
Let's not get carried away, Jeff. Alright, what is our race strategy today? I like it. I didn't want to run the mediums. I hate the mediums. And they aren't suggesting that. It is a 2-stop strategy today, thanks to the extreme tire wear. 27 laps. We have 27.5 laps of fuel on board. I'd like a bit more than that, please. And yeah, let's hit the track. Cloudy into partly cloudy. So it's actually going to get better throughout the race. If the real bad cloud cover was in fact a problem for us, it should be getting better. And no chance of rain. Looking forward to that. Let's hit the track. Get this race started. Not a big fan of starting on the left side here, but we'll make the most of it. Engage that clutch. Good start. Verstappen got a terrible start. Hamilton did not get away very well either. Trying to hold him tight so that he doesn't get a good exit. Beautiful, beautiful. From the side of the track I didn't want to start on, that has to be the best possible start we could have asked for. Now to hold on to it though. Now to make sure we don't overdo it here. Make any little mistakes or slip-ups and lose the position. And let's see if we can hang with Hamilton. I certainly thought, like, we had the fastest car here this weekend, but that's in qualifying trim. Now that we got fuel on board, things might be a little bit different. We're certainly keeping up with him well. Thanks, Jeff. That was a very important message. And I heard it perfectly. We're still in slipstream here. Watch the car. Yep, thought it was going to get a little dancy, and it did. No attacks there. We're all good. Still running this thing in maximum power right now. Because I want to try and get away from Verstappen if I can, but I think we're going to have to go down to 3 now. Boy, look at the run into turn 1. That's where this car has been very good. For some reason there in Q3, it just fell apart on me. But even now, with more fuel on board, it feels amazing through here. Look at the closing rate on Hamilton through here. That's where this car has been shining. I don't know what happened in Q3, but we'll put that behind us. little bit of curb there, but not too bad. Some seasons that's been awful curb to use. Hi. I mean, that was, if that was a collision that is any need for concern, then I should just go back to NASCAR. Just the lightest of touches. Really, Hamilton is boxing up the field right now, I think. Slipstream saving me. Oh, I thought he was going to try and put it into there, but luckily, virtual Verstappen thought better of it. Hamilton really
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS
got the
has
best
been
of that
enabled.
situation, didn't he? Held me up and then managed to scoot away. Let's try and use this very good first sector. Close that gap back in, and we are. Looks like Hamilton's car looked very uncomfortable through here, doesn't it? Very uncomfortable. We're sitting purple sector 1 still, so obviously our car is very good through there. This field's staying real close together. See, that's the line I wanted to take through there, but I was so far to the left already that it wouldn't turn in that sharp last lap. So we kind of got what we got. Boy, Hamilton loose on the entry there as well. We're having some trouble shaking Verstappen here. This is 4 cars still under a blanket, and F1 terms anyway. It's not going to be terribly long before we're pitting, really. These tires will not last in these conditions.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Very, very
Your
close
teammate
times.
behind is 9.5 seconds.
Remember that DRS is open. Remember that we'll have a lot more speed into turn 1. Oh, I just love this track so much. Especially when the car is working as well as this one. I've had some cars here in this F1 series that did not behave nearly as well. 2 cars out of the race. Luckily, no safety car. I don't know if there was a collision or just simultaneous parts failures. We're down to half on our battery power right now. Have not been using the fuel mix because I just don't think we've had a real clear passing opportunity, and I haven't had any problems hanging with Hamilton. I'll use it on the straightaway here a bit, but overall it hasn't been a major drama keeping up with him. Right, now we're going to start to put some battery power into reserves. Which may mean using some of that fuel mix. We're still within DRS, which is good. You can really see how much that battery power means, because even on DRS and rich mix, there was no closing going on down that front straightaway. Due to the nature of the track, there's not a lot of DRS time here. Boy, these lines are very good right now. Not to overdrive the hairpin here. Get myself into a bad situation. We're in solid tow, so I don't feel the need to go to mode 3. Kind of struggling to get back the gas out of there, so I'm gonna mode 3 for a second, maybe use a little bit of this rich fuel mix. Just trying to gap Verstappen as much as I can. Make this a two-car battle. Boy, there were some weird skid marks there, wasn't there? Car still feels good, but there's going to be a point where it switches over very aggressively.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Hopefully, it doesn't happen during this lap. I ran quite a few laps on the soft compounds, and I certainly didn't mind them. They don't have the Superman grip through this section that the super softs have, but they're still pretty good. And I have a feeling everybody's going to be on a similar strategy, or maybe one stopped on mediums, but I don't know how that would work out for somebody. See, the back end wanted to step out on me there. That's what I was worried about. And honestly, that just gave me the room to actually want to take the aggressive entries that I desired to take. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. Bottas making his way through the field aggressively. Then a bit sideways into there again. That's the best run I've had on the back straightaway yet. So on this in lap, we have closed the gap.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
Where's pit entry again? After this time. Wasn't the strongest entry. I have a feeling I'm going to be one of the only ones on this tire strategy, but I'm pretty confident about the tire strategy. As long as there's no safety car shenanigans, I think this will definitely work out in the long run. Yeah, I definitely think there's going to be
Go now.
at least half of the field that's on a one-stop strategy. But I feel pretty confident in the pace of the softs being
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit.
so much better.
Penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
I almost considered looking at the super soft. That might have been a bit too aggressive, because these softs are really pretty good here still.
Target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
It's going to take me a minute to recalibrate to them. The thing that might be a problem for me is all these cars in front of me. But for now, at least, while I'm still trying to get my bearings on these tires, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. It's almost like the tires were too cold leaving the pits or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, at least we have this gap to kind of get things going and get the ball rolling. But I don't think we're going to successfully do any undercuts right now. The tires were still too good for that. And these tires are not going to be better enough just yet for that. I think we got a lot of cars that started on softs, possibly going softs to mediums. Okay, so this is where I will be earning my coin, is how well I manage to get through traffic. Yeah, some cars peeling off now. A lot of crazy driving going on in front of us.
The gap to the car behind is 3.5 seconds.
Very crazy driving indeed. See, I'm going to be super held up through here. Where do you pass? Where would you try to pass? Okay, apparently you can pass right there. But still held me up. Try to take that as a positive, like I'm just managing my tires. Now down here we should be able to get some passes done, although we got blocked pretty heavily. So, no good there. Here's all the engine. Make this pass complete. do everything cleanly. Now we should have more power than Van Dorn here. And we got a nice toe. Very good. Be careful entering low like that.
Great pass.
Anybody pitting here? No, unfortunately not. Use the DRS. Yeah, we're not running very good times right now compared to the leaders. That's where the strategy is going to generally be a hindrance to me, I think. Traffic. I would like everyone to point out that this was indeed the preferred and, like, #1 strategy that was offered to me. Magnussen. Letting me by pretty much cleanly there. Now, once I break free of Ocon, I should be able to flip the switch. Little bump there. Got away with that one. Chasing the back end of the car. They don't have the grip out of the turns because they're still in their original softs. This may be hindering our race, but it is actually a hell of a lot of fun. Just snuck over there to grab a little bit more toe. I'm going to push him out so that I can have my apex and eat it too. Alright, now we got a little bit of breathing room. Oh, let's not get near to that wall again though, Cone. Alright, here we go. That is the Mercedes out in front of us. I think that is Verstappen next to us.
Raikkonen's in first place.
No, it wasn't. It was the Force India. Again, I think it was Ocon. He must have been on DRS. Well, I don't know, I have time to deal with that. Alright, Hamilton's out in front of us, but he's on old tires. So we did not lose our asses too much in this whole ordeal. And I have been pretty easy on my tires, stuck in traffic. So I feel very strong right now. Hamilton's on mediums. Is he possibly going to go the whole way on this set of mediums? Probably the case. In which case, I need to get around him immediately. Shouldn't be a problem because we were faster than him on the same tires. We will see. So I try and save some battery for the DRS zone. Bit too much curve usage there. We're on DRS. That's the fastest lap.
That's a new fastest lap for the race.
I'd really like to try this pass that I perfected on the back markers on Hamilton, if possible. Just around the outside. Oh, too much curve there. I tried for it. Wasn't quite there enough. Alright, but let's just try and hang with him. Get down to the hairpin and see if we can do something down there. He's running that thing pretty aggressive. Not quite. Not quite. Well, how about out of it? In the good toe. He blocked though. He covered that move perfectly. Alright, now this should be pretty good for us right here. I may have just pushed him off track a bit.
Green flag.
Ooh, warning collision. That sucks. That sucks immensely. He definitely went off track. He definitely
Distance to the leader is 16.
either spun
seconds.
or something bad just happened there. I thought I had enough. I thought I had enough on him that he would concede the turn, but he did not. And you can see what happens. Alright, I gotta try and put that behind me. Ooh, that does not feel good. We'll have to see what happened there after the race.
We burned off our excess fuel.
Oh, yes, yes.
We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
See, really, just a short sentence there. I suggest going to mix 2. That's all I need to know, or go to mix 2. I don't need an essay. Right, so what is Vettel doing? What are the Ferraris doing differently? That is a question that I have. Oh, I think Hamilton is way back in the field. Yikes. It was just a warning, so he didn't get any time penalties or anything, but I will be curious to see what exactly went down there.
Okay, gap ahead is 8.2
That'll just pit.
seconds.
Magnussen's pitting again.
Kevin is in for his stop.
The sun's come out, which is nice. Happy about that. I don't know when exactly we're going to be pitting again. If it's soon or not. Feels like it's going to be soon. But probably 3 or 4 more laps. I gotta remember I'm out on my own now. I gotta re-find all of my lines around the track. You get so in the mode of following somebody else, you forget your own lines around the place. Now, Bottas is not pitting again. It's really up to me to stretch this gap as much as I can. Daniel Ricciardo is out of the race, as per the real season's norm. That was much too late. I knew it was much too late.
Our gap behind is 8.0 seconds.
8 seconds is not enough if he's spinning again. Pit stop information.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy. Your pit window opens in 2 laps' time.
Okay. There's a bit of wing out there. I don't know whose it was. Alright, I gotta focus here.
Leading our teammate by 40.1 seconds.
40? Oh yeah, I forgot he started back in the field. Oop. I think I just shifted twice. I don't think that was a transmission issue. Now, the Ferraris are going to be faster than me right now. That's a given. But I just need to be doing the best laps I possibly can be. I think that was a purple sector 1, actually. I gotta try and put what happened between myself and Hamilton behind me. It's gone, okay. No more mentioning it. Load it through there, get to the apex. Back to gas as soon as you can, nice. Alright, this will be a very sporty lap.
The car behind has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tire.
Yeah, I think I'm the outlier on this strategy. I don't know how that's gonna end up. I know what's gonna end up at the end of the race is we're gonna be flying versus the cars that would be out there on their old mediums. The question will be, how much time had we lost Waiting to see if that Ferrari put in a faster lap, but it did not. I mean, we're only running 3 seconds off qualifying pace right now, so certainly putting in the laps. I'm worried about this Williams. Where is he going to let us go? Or is he? This is in a very favorable place of track to do such a thing. Right here would be nice. Thank you. Perfect. Just kind of keeping an eye on what's going on in that pack behind us. They are racing each other pretty heavily, which could help us. A little short shift there to help it get out of the turn. I think we might be pitting next lap. Okay. Still running good times, so the tires haven't gone off too bad. But we all know how that happens. Where the tires, they cliff.
Window open. Let's box this lap.
Yes, we're boxing this lap. I gotta keep in mind that it takes these tires for sure a lap to come in. I don't know what really just transpired there, but that is the worst thing to have happen on our in lap. And now the tires are very unhappy because we were out in the gross stuff. I think it's Suzuka. It's a challenge. This is a track that pushes you to your boundaries. And when I'm trying to take a car that's a 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place car and win a race with it, it's a lot of pressure. It's a hell of a lot of pressure. Probably overdoing it to try and make that happen. Right, decent recovery, but still it'll be a second that we have lost. That will be a very difficult second to get back. We got 0.2 of a lap extra fuel, which means basically no rich mix for the rest of the race.
Box this lap, please.
Will do. Boy, yeah, we've lost grip. I was unable to hold it through there. It's pit road. That was much better pit entry. Alright, let's hope we don't come out into a lot of traffic. Again. That would be a killer of the strategy. So the question is, how much time do we need to make up? Hamilton's still pretty far back after our thing that didn't happen because you said you weren't going to mention it anymore, Cone.
Pit strategy complete.
There
See
he
these
is.
tires through to the end now.
And we're on better tires, so this should be okay. It'll take a few turns for them to come in. Although we're on lighter fuel load now, so it won't be as bad. Yeah, they're definitely going to come in a little bit faster this time, I think. Nice. Alright, now it may be pit strategy complete for the front half of this field. So it may be me versus the world here. 10 laps. How much time can I knock out of the leaders? How much faster are these soft tires versus their mediums? It's a race condition I love to have, and I'm looking forward to battling with.
Raikkonen's out in front.
We'll just have to see how it all shakes out. I may be wrong, too. It may be that it's not strategy complete just yet. Perhaps their mediums won't make it to the end. Maybe they're going to go in for a late set of supers or something. Interesting there that it was not a purple last sector.
Okay, the gap behind is 4.3 seconds.
Don't overdrive it, don't overdo it. Tires should be all the way good right now. Should easily be the fastest lap of the race if the loose nut behind the wheel does the right things. Purple sector 1. You can already see Bottas. Take it easy through here. There's not a lot to gain. There's plenty to lose. Same for here. I think everything that's to gain is on the exit. Staying pretty conservative on our engine mode for the moment. That's still a purple sector. Right here is probably where we're losing some time. Not running high engine modes. And not being in a draft. Easy. Okay, we're not to DRS just yet.
Okay, gap to leader, 13.1 seconds.
13 seconds. Now, I think the Ferraris are on a different strategy. I think they're possibly looking to pit again, but I don't know for sure. Don't know that for sure. Although if they pit for mediums on that second stop, they are definitely not. Don't get held up too much, but also don't risk too much. It'd be a shame to lose the front wing over a pass done too fast. They're doing such an excellent job of blocking the entry to this hairpin. That used to be in games of yore where I would always make that move. But this time around I'm not able to do that. I'm gonna use Bottas's draft here, try and save some fuel. So I'm running in lean, so yeah, I'm using his draft to pull me along. See how effective that is. Now, get that gas out of the last turn, use the battery power, hit that DRS in the draft as well. It's gonna be a late move if it's a move at all. Not able to do it. Oh, he missed the turn! Oh, he missed the turn. That was a heart attack. I've put it in a formal request for a new pair of pants. This is my place. That's my passing spot all of a sudden.
Nice move. Good job.
That was ugly. That was not at all how I wanted that to go. That kind of forced him into an error, which is good. Forcing a driver into an error is a great way to pass somebody. However, if that error gets them crossed up right in front of you, not so good. Not so good, it turns out. Alright, well, let's see if we can run down Verstappen at least. I'm not even, like, watching how many laps are left in the race. Just gonna run every lap the best that I can. I'm gonna try and conserve battery power as well, so that when I get there, I have something to use against him. Don't go too crazy with that conservation of battery power. Got 3.8. Let's watch that gap a little bit here. This should be where the gap comes down if we drive well. Yeah, I could really save some fuel through here by staying in 6th. Didn't cost me a touch of time, but makes the fuel management easier.
Gap to car in front is 2.7 seconds.
Overdrove that turn a touch, but we did cut that gap significantly. Probably by next lap we'll be to him, I would say. And we got that same situation of trying to get around him. That battery power up to like 75 before we start to lay into it again, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to use it here. Wait a little bit longer. Overdriving that last chicane just a touch. This should be the section where we start to close in again. A little bit wide, but I managed to hold it, and I don't think I actually lost any time through that, unbelievably. It got me a little offline for this whole section, but not too bad.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Alright, well, in theory then there's 5 laps of race too. That's probably not enough time to get much more than Verstappen here, but that's okay. That's okay. We did start third in this race, so it's not as if we would have lost positions by any means. Trying to get back to the gas as early as I can for the back straightaway, but I didn't quite make it. Thanks to 130 or 103, whatever it is. The R turn back there. There's no DRS zone on the back straightaway. Because a DRS failure into that turn would be
Raikkonen's the race leader.
catastrophic, to say the least. Oh, I thought we were in DRS range there. Not quite. Not quite. Just about perfect right there. I think I just caught a little bit of dirty air.
Full course
Oh,
caution.
for the
Safety car
love
is
of
out.
Pete.
Keep an eye on the delta.
What is this gonna
Positive to
do?
avoid a penalty. Slow down. Maintain positive delta.
What does this do for our race? Does this mean like a 1 or 2 lap shootout? I don't know what's about to happen. Is this fantastic for us? Is this race over? I do not know. Oh, this is unprecedented. I don't know that I've ever seen this happen in one of our F1 races. Almost always the safety cars are at the beginning. Or in the middle at the latest. Never at the end. I didn't see any message as to why. Fuel, lean. Save fuel. Something an engineer should tell you, Jeff. Okay, we're gonna be starting lap 24. Let's say 24. 25 would be the earliest I think we would go back. Takes a long time to get a queue here.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
I don't think Ferraris are even close to the pace car or safety car at this point. So I don't know what's gonna go on. It might end under safety car, which would be a crying shame. I might actually cry. Alright, we have Caught the cue. That's good. So at least there's a chance that we might get back to green. We've already basically saved enough fuel to get to rich mix, but everybody will have it. But it's nice that everybody's gonna have, you know, basically the maximum potential out of their cars at the end. And I am pretty confident that I'm on better tires than the cars in front of me. Softer compound, yes, but I pit so much later than them that it seems like a no-brainer that our tires would be in better shape. It'd be frustrating here with the safety car situation where cars can go through you and whatnot. And I've had them park it in front of me and nearly cause collisions as well. And leave as much gap as I can, basically. So definitely not in this lap, but maybe next. Maybe next lap. I'm trying to look at this with realistic expectations of, okay, maybe this lets me get Verstappen. Or maybe this lets me get Vettel. But I need to not try and think of it like, can we get the race win? Because I could really get into trouble with that rather quickly. Why are we going so slow? Pick up the pace. Safety car. Keep heating the tires, it's not easy. It'll be even harder for them to keep heating those mediums, and build heat in the mediums. These soft tires will come to life quicker. I'm trying to give myself some motivation. Raikkonen, of course, will not warm his tires. Goes against his morals.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Alright, are we gonna box up here or no? At some point, we would see Raikkonen slow down and we'd see the safety car pull away if we were gonna go this lap. I think we're already kind of beyond that point. Could be a one-lap shootout. Could be over, too. Does the game know how to handle a safety car at the end of the race? Unknown. All of these things are player unknown.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing
That's
again.
what I was
The
talking
safety
about,
car
where it
is in
suddenly
this lap.
slows everybody down,
When the field
doesn't tell you.
accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
2 laps here. Rich mix. 5. DRS probably won't be a factor. Boy, that bump. Here we go. I jumped on the brakes early, not knowing what the tires were going to be like in turn 1.
The car in front, but we need to look after the tires. We won't be making another pit stop.
Shut up, Jeff. Boy, their tires seem to have come up a lot better than mine, somehow. There's still time. That sucked. That sucked big time.
Raikkonen's in first place.
Boy, that sucked. Decent tow. Are we going to get DRS? I don't think we will. Ferraris are checking out. We would have had to get around Verstappen immediately.
The gap behind us is 1.9 seconds.
No DRS.
This is your final lap of the race.
Use my magical overtaking spot.
Fuel remaining.
Yikes! Oh, he turned into me! Oh, it's still wheel to wheel. Still wheel to wheel. What the?
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
Aggressive is one thing. What just happened there was ridiculous. I don't think I have a chance. Come on, toe. Come on, toe. Come on, toe. Yes! Yes! Suck it! Suck it! Oh!
Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
Holy!
A great win then for the Maranello
We're gonna
team
have to
today.
watch that last lap. We gotta find the Hamilton incident.
And
But we
Anthony
have to
Davidson,
watch
give
that
me your
last lap
thoughts.
again.
How did they accomplish this result?
Well, the safety car completely changed the
He
race.
did
didn't
not do anything
And
for
as
them.
we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out,
Hey, look,
there's
it's an
a
all-Ferrari
familiar
podium.
red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic.
Buddy.
So then, it's time to see how this
Hey,
result
Magnussen
affects
scored
the
some points
Drivers'
too.
Championship. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Moving on to the driver of the day then, Anthony Davidson.
Is it
Who would
Magnussen?
you go for?
Sebastian Vettel. He was a class
Oh,
above
10
today.
to-
Just
10 to
an
2.
absolute pleasure to watch.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari moved
Oh,
to
wow.
the top of the table. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
Well, we move up to third again in the points. I didn't think that was going to be possible, but Bottas this season has gone so awry that I don't think he's going to come back. And Raikkonen might get there, but we'll see. It's going to be close to the end. It'll be close to the end. Magnussen's pretty much holding down his position, and constructors were pretty much stuck where we are. We got to view a replay, though, for real. All right, well, let's begin with the start of the race. I have to pee like no tomorrow, but I have to see what all happened in this race, because that was a wild one. Man, it was a really good start. Really good start. I am super proud of that. That was a mega move, as they say in Formula One. All right, here we go. Side by side. A quarter. No, no, no. I am not claiming responsibility for that. I am not. All right, I am shocked that I'm not, to be honest. All right, let me slow-mo. I guess I can only frame by frame. I think this is slow-mo. Yeah. Yeah, he just turned in. He overcommitted, basically. I think. In my personal biased opinion, I have this turn. He's at the grass. He turns in as if I'm not there. Hits me. I think I'm perfectly the victor of this turn and clear to run out. And he just kind of turns down as if I don't exist and shoves himself off track. Now, I do run wide. I will take some consideration for that. I do run wide in that turn, but I think I have that turn. Honestly, his overreaction to everything is what really sealed the deal. He could have, I think, very well gotten back on track normally, but the AI did not know what to do with that situation. I feel so much better now. I don't know if people will agree with my assessment, but personally, I feel better. All right, well, it's been 15 minutes to get to this point. I'm gonna let the replay run through to get to the last lap. I gotta pee. Here we go, the last lap. From replay's perspective, let's see what happened here. It's actually the last 2 laps, I suppose. So, the lap back to green, I feel like I kind of took too long to get back to speed. I don't really know why. I don't know what took so long for the car to come to life. Probably tire heat management. The AI, of course, know exactly how much tire heat to build and how to do it, but I probably failed in that regard. So let's go ahead and get to the last lap then. I was getting close-ish, but not close enough. But then the good toe down the back straightaway here, and then through the last chicane, we started to get back within striking distance. With DRS, this may have been a move easily done, but without DRS, it was certainly not easy at all. All right, let's go to full cinematic view here. There was a wheel in the middle of the track there. Did you guys see that? Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Quality game. All right, so the good run through the S's here. I go for my pass on the outside. I'm halfway there. Oh, he turned so sharp into me. That was nuts. And then I'm still next to him here, and I definitely took it to him there, but he just pushes me out. That should have been game over right there. Pushed me out into the dirt. Way behind now. Not even close enough to really go for an attack down here in the hairpin. Pretty good launch up out of there. In the toe again. Able to close it back in. And then I think I take a pretty aggressive, approach to the spoon curves and manage to get a good enough exit, even though it was messy, like the car was skating around. It was the perfect distance to get enough toe. We're not even gonna get there until the very end. We're there. He fakes right. I go to the right. Takes it back to me. Push him back out of the way. Take what is rightfully mine. I think, quite possibly, one of my best drives in Formula 1 ever. Oh, man. I'm so happy that the incident with Hamilton was kind of not a big deal, because that would have really tarnished my opinion of this race. But now, seeing the replay, I couldn't be any happier. That was so much fun, so crazy, and such a good result. Let's go ahead and end out with, I'm sure, an interview, but holy cow, I'm very, very happy.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went?
I think it went pretty well. I was just talking about
You
it.
must be happy with the result today.
It all came together, the strategy, the car, and of course my driving. Oh, whoops.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
I'm thrilled with their support during the race. I couldn't do it without the great team behind me. This was the fan I always put on a good show. There, I'll fix my mistake there.
Do you think your rival learned from his battle with you?
I think that would be a bad thing to say. Oh man, I hate that answer, but it's what the team wants.
It was more like dodgems than Formula 1 today, wasn't it?
What? Friendly nudges. I don't think. I just want to answer that just to see. Oh, Haas doesn't like it. Sorry, Haas.
Appreciate your time.
I appreciate my ability to answer, and screw the answers they want. All right, everybody, that will do it for Formula 1. Hope you enjoyed. It was wild, wacky, and a damn good race, I would say. I will see you next time.